lock screen. It's all fake. It's all fake. All right, let's do one more story here of Better Bachelor. Guess who's back? That's right. It's our friend Yana. I love picking on Yana. Happy birthday, Yana. 40 years old. I can smell your wine breath and your kitty litter. And she just came out with a story about married men. Oh. Oh, Yana, as if this is the first time you're involved with a married man. I remember you doing stories from long ago talking about married men, but she's lapping back around to married men again because the single men only want to peg her. But before we get into that, before we read the main story, I do want to talk about Real Femme Sapien. Now, she's a YouTuber. I have nothing against her, by the way. I'm not picking on her. She's got 181,000 subscribers, and she's only put out 300 videos. That's a lot of subs for 300 videos. And she's an American cultural commentator. And so I have no hate against her, by the way. But here's what's funny. Here's what's entertaining. The other day, she posted this on Twitter. Just back on September 15th. Now, remember, she speaks very highly of being a conservative woman, and that I think she said her husband is the first man she's ever been with and the only man she's ever been with, and that women should wait until they're with their husbands. And I think that's a great message. I think that's fine, Allie D. I'm not picking on you. However, she posts this, which is kind of interesting because it makes me think that she's not being legitimate with her channel and what she says. And this ties in with the story. I'm getting there in just a moment. She says, I wonder how much of marital conflict is rooted in the wife not marrying the best sex of her life. What a shame. Now, my response to this would be what you think it is, which is, well, if a woman is a virgin or hasn't had has a very, very small body count of 1 or 2, she has no reference because she's only been with the one man, so she doesn't know if he's the best or the worst. She only has the reference of one. And so that's key point number one that I think would come from Allie D, but instead it was me that said it. And number two, why would you marry the person? Like, why would you think marital conflict is rooted in the wife not marrying the guy that's the best person she's ever slept with? What a shame. How about marrying for love? How about marrying because you guys are complementary, that you guys get along, that he and she are the right person, that he's going to be a good father and she's going to be the good mother of the children and a good homemaker? Allie, why am I saying the stuff you need to say? And why are you saying stuff that sounds like it's coming from an Only Fools content creator? Like, what happened? And so she posted this, and I said, you know something? This doesn't sound like Allie D. This is weird. I want to see the comments to this post on Allie D's Twitter page. Guess what? After that post and some other really bad takes, she deleted her account. She got blown out. Because I think people like myself were saying, wait a minute. If you married your husband and he was your first, wouldn't you be pushing that message instead of marrying the dude that banged you the best in life? What the hell are you thinking? So she just kind of blew herself out of the water. Now, the reason why I mention that is because Allie D is a woman that's supposedly conservative, traditional, that talks about, marrying the man and only being with the husband. She kind of called herself out on that one, I think. Either that or she'd been drinking some Kool-Aid and took herself down some dark roads. And we're gonna hear from our dear Yana's article here in just a second, but I'm laying the groundwork. I'm laying the groundwork out there. This woman is 52. Now, 52 years old, and she looks good for 52. Not gonna lie. If she had her hair, instead of letting her hair go silver, and you can see there's some black roots in there back in the day, but if she dyed her hair black, like the same color of her eyebrows, yeah, she got crazy eyes. That's not what I'm talking about, though. If she dyed her hair the same color of her eyebrows, you could think she's probably 35 or 40. She's had so much Botox and so many facelifts and whatever else. Now, don't get it twisted. The rest of her body still sags like a 52-year-old. But what happens when you don't find the man and you're screwing around? Well, we're going to hear from the 52-year-old.
I'm 53.
53.
It has been several years. Where are all the good men? I'm tired of being alone.
She did the meme. She did the meme right in the beginning. Where are all the good men? I'm 53 years old. Where are all the good men?
Where are all the good men? I'm tired of being alone. I want to share my life with someone. I am just freaking tired.
Banging that many men and going on that many dates and telling that many men that they're not worthy of her because she's so beautiful and attractive. Because I bet when she was 30, she was probably right up there. Laying on your back doing the starfish for hundreds and hundreds of men, trying to get them to fall in love with you, yet you just got bored of them. Ah, yes, I'm sure that's very tiring. All those Botox injections. It's all very tiring.
I want to be in love. I want to share my life with someone. I want to feel the joys. I want to have my hands held. I want to be held. I want to kiss. I want to support. I want to make coffee with that person. I want my person. I want my person.
I'm going to be an asshole. I got to say something that's funny. I got to be an asshole. She says, I want to spend my life with this person, hugging and loving, kissing and making coffee. Bitch, you're 53. You're like 2/3 of your way through your life. There ain't that much time left. And don't give me shit because I'm 51. I'm right behind her. You had your chance. You could have met Miss Perfect or Mr. Perfect, Mr. Wonderful when you were 19, and you'd be celebrating your 33rd, 34th, 35th wedding anniversary and your children and everything else. But you lost it. See, they all have the answers when they're young. They have the answers when they're young. I'm hot. I'm beautiful. I'll get whoever I want. I'll get a millionaire. I deserve 7 figures. I deserve this. I deserve that. I deserve it all. Time keeps on ticking, ticking, ticking into the future. And here we are, 53. Sorry, I won't sing for you again. I know that was painful.
Why is it so hard to find your person? Tired.
I don't feel sorry for her. I don't. Zero sympathy. I feel sorry. Because this is the irony, okay? Now, okay, we can say crazy eyes. We can say the rest of that. Okay. My dudes, she's 53. There's not a wrinkle on her face. Botox? Yes. She's probably 16% Botox and 43% silicone. That's not my point, though. She's 53. If she looks like this at 53, she was probably a smoke show at 25. I'm guessing. Because she's not fat, so she was probably skinny. She probably had a little bikini body, and she was probably a smoke show. She could have had her forever man forever, but she didn't. She had all the chances. But I'm going to keep looking for better and better and better and better and better. And then the wall. And she looks great for having no eggs and hitting the wall. But where is it? I just want love. I want to be held. I want to be this. I want to be. You had that, but they weren't good enough for you. And why do I mention all this before getting into the main article here? Because this is from Yana. Our friend Yana. 40-year-old Yana. 40-year-old Yana. Hey, Yana, this is you in 13 years. This will be Yana in 13 years at 53. But now she's 40. She still has a whisper, a thread of a chance. And she says, Why Every Single Woman Wants to Date a Married Man by Yana Hawking. Now, I mention that because supposedly, this is a married woman who married her husband. She saved herself for her husband. But now she's talking about why not marrying the best dude of your life, the banging around. So you're saying you should sleep around? Well, that burned her. And then you got her. And she's saying, where are the men? Where are the men? It's because women are now, instead of being picky, or excuse me, they're so picky, they can't find a man. Or they share the same man. And, you know, Rich Cooper said it very, very well. He said, women don't want to run the race with a man. They want to wait at the finish line and the winner. Rich Cooper said that. I don't think Rich sometimes says nice things about me. Sometimes he says I'm an asshole or whatever. But the point is, even Rich is right on this. Even if he disagrees with some of what I say. They want to wait at the finish line. And what if the finish line comes with another man? It doesn't matter. As long as he's hot and he pays a little attention to me, it gives me just a little bit of something that makes me feel alive. She says, something caught my attention this week. We should have you know what? We should have a 40-year-old birthday party for Yana. We should have a drink. You know what? This Friday night at the movies, by the way, betterbachelor.locals.com, $3 a month, $36 for a year to become a supporter. You get to watch movies with us and sporting events like UFC Fight Night and Buffalo Bills all over at betterbachelor.locals.com. Become a supporter today. We'll have a drink. We'll tip one back for good old 40-year-old Yana. She says, something caught my attention this week that revealed a deep, dark, shameful secret about women. It's not deep and it's not dark. We know about it, Yana. You're not suddenly discovering a pile of gold at the end of the rainbow. We've known about it for ever since I've had a channel, plus more. She says, many of us, okay, let me clarify, not me for once. Oh, bullshit. Seems to be like a bull to a red flag when it comes to married men. It appears that a wedding ring is seen by a challenge by many. Shame, shame, shameful behavior. Don't believe me, I have proof. You see, it all started during my weekly Instagram Saucy Secrets confessional that I host every Monday night. A guy wrote in and said, I've been married for 2.5 years. I've never had so many women approach me. When I was single, I barely got noticed. I don't like this attention, but is it normal? You know how I know she's lying? Do you know how I know she's lying? Because when I was in the military, all the military guys that were married were telling us single guys, go buy a fake, cheap wedding ring. You'll get dates. You'll get laid. That was in 1991. We knew that. So when Yana was playing hopscotch at 8 years old, military dudes were talking about that in the service. So let's not pretend all of a sudden, Yana, you're on top of some new trend. You're groundbreaking. She says it piqued my interest. So I put up a poll asking men, do you notice more women hit on you post-marriage? And the results are wild. More than 10,000 men answered the poll, with 74% saying yes. She said, here I am looking for a charming single guy to float my boat, and my fellow single sisters are giving the wink and nod to married blokes. Now, do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? Women like the thrill of the chase. That's number one. Women like the thrill of the chase. They like to see, am I more attractive? Can I be more desirable than this man's wife? Can I make him choose me over her? It's ego. It's narcissism. That's number one. Number two, pre-selection. He's already been pre-selected by another woman who's willing to wed him, which means he's high value, at least to a wife. And if he's got a picture of the desk and she's smoking hot, that's high pre-selection, which means he's already approved of. Women love that. They go crazy for pre-selection, which is why women were fainting at Elvis concerts back in the 1950s and 60s. Because all the other women wanted him, and she wanted him, all of them wanted him. And he just looked at him and he's like, hunka hunka, burning love. And the women fell out. Pre-selection. Number two. And number three, they don't have to risk getting their feelings hurt. They don't have to risk sharing intimacy. They don't have to risk getting blown out. That they can share this guy, this winner, and they'll get part of his attention, and that's better than having nothing, and it's better than having all of the attention of what they consider a loser. She says, one of my female followers had an interesting take on the trend in my DMs. It's because his wife has improved him, probably got him a new wardrobe and skincare routine, which made me laugh, but also I kind of think she has a point. No, that is not it. I can answer this very simply because I am a man. Last I checked. Wait. Yes, I am a man. When I was a young dude, myself, all my friends, again, in military or when we were in the corporate world, when we went out, we dressed nice. Any of you guys around 50 years old, if I say the name Drakkar Noir, you know what I'm talking about. It was the most popular cologne, and it was relatively cheap. And so we'd spend time in the mirror getting our hair all fixed up if you had hair. Damn you people, if you had hair. We'd trim our beards nice. We'd make sure we had the stylish clothes. They were clean, they were pressed. And this is my experience up in when I was out of the military and when I was a young dating man in my 20s. And all my friends and all my coworkers and all the military guys were just the same. We'd get hair care products. We'd make sure we bathed and it smelled nice and Drakkar. We made sure we had good-looking cars, even if they were cheap cars. You got a Honda Civic, you make sure that thing's washed and waxed and the interior's vacuumed and super clean, and it looks like you actually got a nice car, even though you're driving a $13,000 piece of shit. It's not that women are making these guys like new wardrobes and stuff. You're wrong, Yana. I know. And everybody in the chat right now knows I'm spitting the truth. It's because married men also, they're not trying to flirt. They're not trying to date. They're paying these women no mind. They're paying them no attention. That also is a challenge. She says, I know I've mentioned this before, but my friends and I are constantly outraged by the high percentage of single men with poor hygiene. Well, do you know why single men have poor hygiene a lot of the times? Probably because they're fine being single. Maybe they're just like, why am I going to get all dressed up? Why am I going to look all pretty and smell nice? I don't give a shit what you think about me because I don't want to be bothered with you. Now, granted, there are some men that do want to date that have poor hygiene, but I think that's a minimal amount. Those are probably the weird neckbeards that spend a lot of time in their basement and watching only fools content. She says whether it's bad breath, smelly bedrooms. Wait, how would you know if it's a smelly bedroom if he's single? I'm sorry, that just caught my attention. The bad breath I get. How do you know he has a smelly bedroom and dirty plates in the sink unless you're going back to his place and sleeping with him or going back to his place? How would you know that? I'm just asking. See, sometimes women say things that make you go, oh, wait a minute. Hold up. Do I have that button? Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. I don't think I have that button anymore. But anyway, you just gave yourself away. Because that means you've been to his place, which means you were doing a little bit of the old in and out, even if you didn't want to date him. You know what I'm saying? Or lack of ironing. Lack of ironing I get. Many just don't seem to have the basics down. Toothbrush lads use it. So I think she's onto something. Nope. Try again. Maybe a little bit, but like 1%. The other 99%, you're wrong. One look around any office right now will show you a single Steve heating up last night's Chinese takeout for lunch while wearing a crumpled shirt he found on the floor of his bedroom, while married Martin arrives in a neatly pressed suit with a thoughtfully packed, healthy lunch made by his charming wife. Hold up. See, she's giving herself away, guys. She doesn't even realize this. This is her lizard brain coming through. She says a guy wearing a crumpled shirt he found on the floor versus a married man in a neatly pressed suit. That's not the same job. That's not. She sees the executive guy who's probably making $300,000 a year, married, yes, because he's successful and probably good looking. He's successful, good looking, probably tall, executive job, and he has to wear a suit because he's of that status male. But the guy that's maybe the mailroom delivery guy or the guy that's delivering fast food, well, he's eating takeout for lunch because it's leftovers because he can't afford it. And he's wearing a crumpled shirt because he's not the six-figure guy. She doesn't see them as the same man because they're not. She only looks at his clothes, not realizing it's also income, it's also height, it's looks. She gives it away. She gives it away. She said, okay, that might be a bit of an exaggeration, but it's not too far from the truth. Am I right, ladies? She said, but having pondered it further, I believe there's a deeper reason for this attraction to taken men, and it's quite simple. It comes down to the allure of stability and success. Wait a minute. Hold up. Who says a married man is successful? Who says a married man has stability? So you're going to say Joe the plumber that's always looking for overtime shifts so he can earn a little extra scratch to send his kids to college. He doesn't seem very successful, does he? And he's certainly not stable if he's trying to get those extra hours, but he's married. So it's not stability that's attractive. Or excuse me, it's not being married that's attractive. It's stability and success that is attractive. But that's not just married men that have that. Single men have that too. She just doesn't see them. She only sees the stability and the success. She's giving it away. She says these guys give off a vibe of having it all together. Financially stable. Where's my button? Emotionally mature, and even more enticing, they're clearly not afraid of commitment. He's confident. He's mature. He's financially stable. He's an alpha dude. But he's a married alpha dude instead of the single alpha dude. And so because the single alpha dudes just hit it and quit it, and they do that repeatedly to you, you think because a man is committed to a woman already, that means that he's not a hit it and quit it guy. That means he's willing to tie it down. He is. Spoiler alert, just not to you. He's already tied it down to somebody else. But you want that because you f***ed around too long and you lost out on it and you missed it in your life. But now you want that for yourself. But he kind of represents that. And you wish you had him. You wish, Yana, you were the married woman to that guy. But you're not, because you screwed around and you lost the opportunity. And now you're jealous of what she has. And you want to take it from her. Or you at least want to be with him. You're selfish. You're narcissistic. You're regretting that you had that opportunity to do it and you missed it. And that's your own fault. And now you want to steal it from her because you're a homewrecker and a hussy. But women don't see it that way. They just see, oh, he's married and attractive. Oh, he's a doctor. Oh, he's tall. Oh, that's what you want. Do you think Yana's sitting there going, ooh, he's a welder. He's very dirt. He has a lot of dirt under his fingernails and he's slightly overweight and he's balding, but he's married. Ooh, no, get the fuck out of here with that shit. She wants Henry Cavill that's married. She wants James Bond that's married. She says, now again, remember, they give it away without realizing they're giving it away. She says a man with a wedding ring symbolizes someone who isn't afraid to say, let's give a relationship a go. He's literally walked down the aisle to prove it. In today's dating landscape, that can feel like a unicorn. Just getting someone in a situationship to agree to be a proper boyfriend is an almighty effort these days. So as much as I hate to admit it, it makes sense that the mate poaching is happening in our bars and our workplaces. Of course. You're still only chasing the 5 and 10 percenters. But now, since you can't get a 5 or 10% single dude, they now want to start looking at the 5 and 10% married dudes, thus doubling the amount of men they think are available to them. Would a married guy, maybe who needs a little spice in his life, sleep with her? Probably. Would he might even have her as a mistress on the side? Maybe. It's a 2-for-1 for him. And then she'd rather share a winner than have an average dude all to herself. And she's admitting, hey, that's kind of alluring. She said, in fact, don't just take my word for it. There's actual experimental evidence that single women are going gaga for other people's partners, according to a report in the Journal of Experimental Social Psychology. It revealed that 90% of single women admitted to being attracted to a man they believe was already taken, while only 59% were interested if he was single. But again, all those women are not looking at the bottom percentage of men. And the guys that are married are more likely to be attractive to women, which is why more of them are attractive to women. Shocking. She says, ladies, this man is not your man. He belongs to someone else. And annoyingly, we've got to respect that. She could have just said, we've got to respect that. But she says annoyingly. So she's annoyed that she's got to respect the vows of a married couple. Oh, Yana, it's good to see you haven't changed any. She said, for those who speak First Wives Club, let me put it this way. We all want to be Goldie Hawn in this situation, not the Sarah Jessica Parker. That's, in other words, they all want to be the wives, not the mistresses. She says, so perhaps our alternative is to neaten up the single ones. That's right. Get those single ones to dress better. Like Yana, all you've done is bang and date and see single dudes for, I don't know, out of your 40 years, what, 25 of them dating, 22 of them dating? That's all you've run into. And they've been dressed nice, because I've seen pictures of you out in society with these footballers and these pictures you take with other guys. They're dressed nice. They're clean. They're respectable dudes. They weren't married. Why didn't you score one of them, dude? One of them dudes. Why didn't you get one of those guys? What's that you say? Oh, they only wanted to sleep with you, and they didn't want to settle down with you. And now she thinks she's going to get a pre-approved guy with a wedding ring, and that's... Let me ask you this, Yana. Then why don't divorced men do as well? Why don't divorced men do as well? I mean, if the wife taught him to clean up and stay in shape and do well for himself and be successful, and then he gets a divorce, Why are those guys still single? I'll tell you why. Number one, they've been burnt. Number two, maybe their wife cheated on them and they don't trust them anymore. Number three, maybe they've lost half their finances to the wife that ran off with the gym coach, and now he's lost half his money, and he can't dress as nice or have those fancy clothes. Or maybe he's single, and you don't want him because he's not pre-approved before. He's divorced, which means he once was pre-approved, but now he's not pre-approved anymore, and thus I don't want him. Good job, Yana. This is the study she was talking about from Psychology Today. It was posted in 2012. Wow, Yana, you've really hit on a rich gold mine here. You've hit in a rich vein of new content. Only 12 years behind the curve. They say single women may poach married men because they enjoy the thrill or prefer a partner to whom they do not have to be accountable. Right, they can have a partner, and because he's got a wife, she can go out and sleep with whoever she wants, but it's kind of a faux husband. She gets that feeling like, oh, he loves me, he cares for me, we're in a relationship. Don't take it from me, by the way. Take it from this lady, not this one here. This is a podcaster. This is from Tinx, Tinx. So if you want to go check her out, I'm giving her a plug because I'm using her content. Tinx. That's her name on YouTube, and she's got all her links from there. She does call-in shows. And apparently she's on Sirius XM too. Damn, I got to step up my game, man. I need to get on these podcasts. I need to step up my game. Only being on YouTube and Rumbles hurting me. I could probably make more money if I went on Sirius and do some of these other things. You know what else would help me make money? So if you go to betterbachelor.locals.com right now, I've got a $3 a month to be a supporter or $36 a year. If you use these promo codes, I'll post them down below. It's a great way to support me, and we do movie nights and lots of really cool things that are way more exciting than listening to podcasts. And now back to me. All right, this is her again. I do need to do the plugs, but also I'm kind of having fun with it, and I'm kind of goofing with you guys. But seriously, it is a good thing. All right. 19-year love affair as the other woman. 19-year love affair as the other woman. I'll break it down after we listen to this. This is freaking nuts, man. 19 years.
Alone, and I hope that this inspires you to chat. Okay, Renee. Hey, Renee, what's going on? Oh, she dropped Carla. Hey, Carla, how are you?
Oh, I'm good.
Thanks for calling.
I can't believe I'm talking to you.
Oh, thanks for calling. What's going on?
Okay, so I'm a complete train wreck, but I feel like, I don't get to listen to you all the time, but I feel like this is kind of a safe place, so
of course,
I'm hoping.
Of course it
this
is.
Works out. So yes. I've been in a relationship with a married man for about 19 years. We have a 17-year-old daughter. We just sent her to college.
Okay, great.
I love him, and I believe 100% that he is in love with me. Okay, great sex. We finish sentences. We know the B-sides, the records that nobody knows. Okay, so all of that is wonderful. But he's married.
Oh, not to you.
And not to me.
Okay. Sorry, I misunderstood. Okay, got it. Okay, great. Okay,
yeah, so not to me, and I know that is not technically okay. Now let me back it up and give you just a hair more.
Yeah.
I was her best friend. Okay, for a while.
I don't know if you guys can hear it. I have my cans on, so it's easy for me to hear. But when she said it was my best friend of like whatever, one of her producers or people in the studio goes, "Oh." And she made a noise. It was so shocker. It was so shocker that somebody in her studio goes, "Oh," and made a noise. I'll let her continue on. Let me just pull it back and see if you can catch that tiny little noise.
Okay. Now let me back it up and give you just a hair more.
Yeah.
I was her best friend. Okay, for a while. Okay. And so I'm a horrible person in some ways, but she didn't help the situation.
Let's just stop here and respect this for a minute. She said, I know that's kind of bad to some people. What did she just say? I hate stopping these all the time, but I want to respond to when she says it in the moment so I can remember.
To hear more.
Yeah.
I was her best friend. Okay, for a while.
For a while.
And so I'm a horrible person in some ways.
I'm a horrible person in some ways. In some ways. So my best friend's husband, I decide to sleep with him. And I know that's not acceptable to some people. And then I slept with him. In some ways, that's bad. In some ways. Do you see how she's already giving herself excuses for her absolute horrible thing that she did? Accountability, women, oil, water.
But she didn't help the situation. So I know
she didn't help the situation because she got mad as hell that I was banging her husband. She didn't help things. Damn it. She got upset with me, so I decided not to be friends with her. How dare she? How dare she?
How dare you?
How dare you get upset that I'm sleeping with your husband, you bitch?
a lot about that house. You know what I mean? And how it operates.
Does she know about the affair? Does she know about it? I mean, she must, right?
She knows now. She knows now, and she knows about our child and all that. And the one thing that she doesn't want to do is give him up to me.
I gotta stop. This is so crazy. This is so crazy. So this dude who's got a wife, the best friend sleeps with him. Now, I'm not giving him a pass. He's a horrible dude. A horrible dude. I'm not giving her a pass or giving him a pass. But she sleeps with her best friend's husband, and she has a kid with him. And they've been secretly, well, not secretly, but side dating for 19 years. The kid is 17, and they just sent the kid off to college. Now, who's the loser and who's the winner in this scenario? I'd say the white. Now, I'm going to play it out, but we got to break this shit down. It's crazy, man. Who's the loser? The wife is a loser because he cheated on her and she stayed with him. Now, wait till we get to the kids portion of this. You think this is crazy. Wait till we get to the kids portion of this. I could have done a video on this and just this part of the story. It's crazy. She has a kid with him. They sent him off to college. Now, the woman that he cheated with, right, this quote-unquote friend, she has been sharing this dude for 19 years. So both these women have shared this dude for 19 years. They're losers. They're losers. Now, however, in his mind, who's the biggest winner of all time? That dude. Because he has a wife, and he has kids, and he has a side piece, and he has kids, and he's living a great life, and both women are competing for him. Dude won. He's won. And women will get angry at the dude without realizing that both these women enabled it. They should be mad at him. He's a crappy dude, but still. Now wait, just wait. Oh wait, but wait, there's more.
She's going to hold on to him, kind of out of spite, maybe?
100%. Yep, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
And so, we've talked about it, and again, every once in a while we inch towards he's going to do the right thing, but the right things still haven't been done. And now that my daughter is grown and out of the house, I kind of feel like, whatever, now she's grown, so I'm not trying to shield her from my bad choices so much, because she just thinks Dad doesn't live with us.
Right.
Okay, that's how she was raised.
Okay.
But
So she knows Dad, but she just thinks Dad doesn't live there. So the daughter doesn't know she's sharing Daddy with another woman.
At the same time, I was raised not to necessarily do this. You know what I mean? So I still have such conflict, and it's just not right.
Okay, I don't know if you could see her face. Hold on. I got to bring this all the way up. She said, again, accountability and women do not go together. I was raised right. I know better. Watch her, this chick, Tinks's eyes. Watch when she says that. Watch her eyes.
Right.
Okay.
But at the same time, I was raised not to necessarily do this. You know what I mean? So I still have such conflict, and it's just not right. I mean...
She's like, huh? I have conflict. It's not right. It's only been 20 years, everybody. And even Tinks is like, bitch, what?
In my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know.
Listen,
what do I do?
Listen, I try not to judge. And I think what I wonder is if this is actually good for you anymore. Let's take out of it the question of the affair, your friend. Look, it seems like it's been going on a really long time and the history runs deep. And, that's between you and this guy and your friend. But for me, I think like now that your daughter is out of the house, you have a choice. Do you want to continue only having half of this man and never feeling like you're being put first? I think you deserve to feel like you are first in someone's life. And I think that with your daughter leaving the house, it's a nice opportunity to start a new chapter for you. And I want to point something else out. When you were explaining it to me, you were saying, oh, well, we discussed it. Is he going to do this? Is he going to do that? You're putting the power in this man's hands. Okay. And I get that you're in love with him. I get he's, your daughter's father. I completely understand. But at the end of the day, it's your life. It's your story. And I just wonder if you need to take back the power and say, look, I'm always going to love you. We have a kid together. We have a very long history, but I need to be someone's number one. I need to be first. And that's kind of my advice to you.
That resonates so strongly because our biggest arguments and the few breakups that we've had have been exactly over that.
Yeah, because I'm sure.
So she broke up with him previously. She broke up with him previously over that, and she went back. She went back to him. And now she's saying, it's time to start a new chapter in your life. It's time to move on. It's time, you need your own story. Now, I have video. Hey, Igor Bloodscene just became a year subscriber for $36. Thank you very much. It appears somebody listened to me when I was talking about those great promotions out there where you can watch movies and all the other. Okay, you get it. Thank you, Igor Bloodscene. I appreciate you becoming a supporter. Her life is like start your own story. It's time to write your life. It's time to. I have video of it. Believe it or not, I'm going to show it to you right after this.
I'll be damned. You've got 900 kids. He doesn't have 900, but he's got other kids too. But you've got kids and da-da-da. And as soon as
Okay, now listen very carefully. She says it's blah, blah, blah when he has 900 kids, and her eyes flare. And she says, he doesn't have 900 kids. But listen, she slips up and she says the real number of kids that he has. Listen carefully.
something comes up with them, I'm pushed down, and I'm so sick of being 7th and 8th. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
There it is. Did you catch it?
And as soon as something comes up with them, I'm pushed down, and I'm so sick of being 7th and 8th. Fuck you.
I'm tired of being 7th and 8th when kids' issues come up. That means bro's got at least 6 or 7 other kids. Do you think they're all between this woman and one other woman? Does that other woman have 6 or 7 kids? I don't think so.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so, sir.
So this dude's probably got 2 or 3 or 4 other baby mamas. This is what I'm talking about. Women would rather share a man than have one dude. Yes, apparently she's been dating Elon Musk. It's a good point. She's been dating Elon Musk. Women would rather share a winner than have a regular guy all to themselves.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to be number one. You got to be number one for yourself, and then allow a new man to come in your life and put you number one and treat you like the number one spot like you deserve. You deserve that. You raised a daughter, you know.
Okay, single mom, probably in her 50s, getting rid of a guy that actually sounds like he kind of likes her, to start her life anew in her early 50s, probably, to start her life anew, to get yours. You go get yours, girl. You deserve it.
Let this be a new chapter in your life. I know it'll be hard, but I actually think you will love being put first. And I think you got to put yourself first so the universe can bring you a man who puts you first.
Okay, that's her advice. Are you ready to see the video of this lady?
I'm 53. It has been several years. Where are all the good men? I'm tired of being alone. I want to share my life with someone. I am just freaking tired. I want to be in love. I want to share my life with someone. I want to feel the joys. I want to have my hands held. I want to be held. I want to kiss. I want to support. I want to make coffee with that person. I want my person. I want my person.
They never see it coming, man. Can you do anything but laugh at the craziness of all of it? Can you do anything but not find the humor in all of this? They do it to themselves. They do it to themselves, and then they get angry at us for noticing it and for doing videos about it and for talking about it. You can't make it up. All right, let's do a dating profile of the day. You can't, man, you just can't. All right, here's emo Erica. She's 21. Now, see, I'll tell you something that's challenging today, and I'll be honest with you. Women need to look very, very feminine, or because the young people are a lot of they, thems, and zers. You got to be real feminine, man. Or right off the bat, I'm going to look at a picture and I'm going to be like, I'm not sure. I don't want to take a gamble. I don't want to take a gamble. After a couple of drinks, I don't want to go do the hardware store, the screw, nut, and bolt, and all of a sudden find out she's got a hammer. He's got a hammer. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful out there, fellas. Erica's 21. I'm currently pregnant with my first child, and I'm looking for a serious relationship. Time for me. I'm tired of being second best. I need to up my standards. She says, I'm looking for a serious relationship, and I'd like to be able to move in with you right away. It's about the love. It's about the love. I love you so much. It's about the love. Also, can I live with you? Would it be okay if I live with you? She's looking for a long-term relationship. She smokes occasionally and has kids. How? Just what? 21 dudes. 21. They keep letting these guys bang them and get pregnant. At least, I mean, there's part of me that says at least they're keeping it. I never thought I'd be in a place where I'm like, hey, single mom, but at least she's keeping it. So, praise God for small miracles, I guess.